It's coffee break. Okay, we're recording this Tuesday morning. So you're wondering why it's late. We're literally recording it while you're wondering that. It has to do with the fact that I'm sick.
You might be able to hear it. Rambo's a bit plugged up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a nice, chill, low-energy coffee break this time.
Yeah, I guess so. A little less energy happening. We're going to go straight to HBO. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff's happening. It's, 3 weeks now of this?
It feels like forever, honestly.
Yeah. They're still trying to figure out things. What I found out while doing some research for Batgirl, which there's a lot of weird things going on there.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that Batgirl is complete, but it's so bad they can't finish it. Like, there's things that need to be fixed up and stuff.
Like complete reshoots and stuff.
But then there's, other rumors saying, none of that is true. No one's seen it.
Hey!
Hey!
If you like this content, please subscribe.
You can leave a comment.
Like it.
We're also on Anchor.
We're on Anchor. Both of our podcasts are on Anchor. So if you're on the go and you want to listen instead of having to watch YouTube, you can find us there.
It also works on Spotify as well.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
What they're planning on doing, and this is just an idea, because it cost them $90 million.
Jesus.
Instead of not releasing the movie, they're going to use it as a tax write-off, which means the movie cannot be released for profit.
That's so weird.
This is actually a common thing where in Hollywood, people will make production companies and make a film and then just use it as a tax write-off. And it's fraud.
It sounds
it's
like
a problem.
Especially because this is a star-studded film.
Mm-hmm.
It should theoretically bring in plenty of revenue.
I don't think that they're doing this because they wanted to commit fraud. I don't think that's their intention.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like they're having a lot of issues with their DC IPs.
I think they made a lot of mistakes. I told you about how they took all their animated stuff down.
Yep.
For to get tax benefits or whatever off of it. They did that because they wanted to get. It was an attempt to get $3 billion out of it, and they lost $20 billion from people leaving the services and stuff. So that was a huge mistake. They now only have enough money left over. They can only release 2 more films this year. Everything else is going to have to get pushed.
Yeah, they pushed The Flash and Aquaman.
Ugh.
Wait, not The Flash. Shazam 2.
Mm-hmm.
They pushed those away. Their only movie that they have coming, I think, is Black Adam.
Black Adam and one random one that I don't even recognize.
Oh.
Downtown Abbey or some shit.
Another Downton Abbey shit.
A Downton Abbey knockoff of just Victorian people being sassy and having a lot of sex. What seems to be what Downton Abbey is.
Yeah. Well, I never watched it. It's not my thing.
Mm-mm. Sounds boring as hell.
God, the DCEU is just a mess. We can go into this for hours.
The fact that's
their idea of, because they lost Ben Affleck, was we're going to bring back Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton plays Batman and Batgirl. So now they're thinking, oh, we're not going to go the Michael Keaton route. And Ben Affleck came back for 2 more times, even though he said he wasn't going to.
And then there's also Robert
Pattinson, where it took them way too long to greenlight the second movie, the Batman 2, whatever it will be called. But they didn't have a problem greenlighting the Joker.
Which is another confusing thing.
So as I was going through all this tax evasion stuff about Batgirl, I came across another movie where they're going to do this. I didn't even know this was a thing. But do you guys remember Scoob?
That animated movie?
Yep, the 3D animation movie of Scooby-Doo
yeah.
in the Hanna-Barbera universe.
Yeah, it was cute. It was a fun little celebration of some classic Hanna-Barbera characters.
So they were making a prequel called Scoob Holiday Haunt.
Okay.
This thing is almost completed.
Is it the same story?
And they're thinking about throwing a couple more million at it to release it, just streaming.
Uh-huh.
Or they're going to do the tax write-off.
My God, what the? You're just screwing everyone over. Like the animators, the voice actors.
Dude. Batman and Scooby-Doo. You're not gonna release those movies?
Yeah.
You're just gonna use them as tax write-offs?
Especially when
Everyone knows them.
When Multiverses just came out, and those are your two like figureheads of that game.
Yeah. They make you tons of money. It's weird. There's something going on. Maybe it does seem a little suspicious now that those are gigantic things.
It is so heartbreaking to me that you can go through the laborious process. It takes years of writing something, getting all the pre-production done, getting like the animation, the acting, the filming, whatever. Years and years and years worth of work, and then right at the very end, just some fucking schmuck can be like, no, we're not going to do it because taxes.
Yeah.
Because I want to like scam money out of the government.
Another thing I was reading about is how HBO and WBD, which is Warner Brothers Discovery, new name of them, they loathe the fact that they released the Zack Snyder cut.
Why?
Here's the
Is it because people keep asking them to do better versions of things that they've released?
They have some of that. They didn't want to release it to begin with. That's why we had that shitty theatrical one. Mm-hmm. And everyone just kept piling up on them. They're like, fine, we'll release it. And now they've realized, everyone's like, we don't want your DCEU, whatever that's going to be. We want the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
And because they bent over backwards, now the fans feel like they can just keep picking on them. And so, yeah, they're getting bullied and harassed.
Good, they deserve it. Look at this shit they're pulling.
It was funny because I was like, I don't resent you guys. And then, like, a moment later, I was like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Well, it kind of goes to show that, hey, the fans are being very, very vocal about what they want. Mm-hmm. And just because you stomp your feet and go, no, I don't want to, that doesn't mean we'll just change our minds. We still prefer the thing that's actually good. Your version was shit.
Yeah. And then Ezra Miller came in to talk to Warner Brothers executives about their behavior. They apologized. They said they're suffering from mental health issues.
Yeah, that doesn't...
And they claimed that the Flash was their favorite character to play.
I highly doubt.
Yeah, I was like, you only played that character twice.
Yeah. Also, like how many other characters has Ezra Miller even been? A random background character from Game of Thrones? Ooh, how prestigious.
Were they in Game of Thrones?
I don't know. That's something I imagine they probably would have done.
Okay. Just Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Just randomly appearing everywhere.
Just like, wow, this one background character has a really nice voice, and then we see his face, and it's like, that's fucking Ed Sheeran.
Why is he here?
All right.
At the end of Eternals.
Yeah.
He's just there. Hey, he's gonna have his own movie soon. I saw that. It's some romance film.
He's a decent actor.
So I went through the 3 potentials on a different coffee break about how to damage control the Flash, right? Mm-hmm. To reform you listeners, one is that Ezra comes forward and apologizes and has limited marketing for the film, therefore they release it. Another one was Ezra does not apologize, they scrap and can the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And
the third one was just full on, like...
No, I already said that one. It was the second one I'm forgetting, where it's like Ezra doesn't appear and it has a limited release.
This seemed like a really good opportunity for...
They're going to go Route 1. I can already tell.
Yeah.
They have to, after what I just said about Batgirl and Scoob.
But you're going to scrap these 2 movies that would have not only gained people's favor, but would have probably also been good, to instead highlight the person who fucking, like, kidnapped a minor and ran off and caused havoc in the Philippines or something like that. Hawaii. You're gonna go with that one, Warner Brothers? Really? Let's throw away these 2 diamonds to instead bring back this lump of shit.
Yeah. So, last thing This was interesting. Obviously, I did a lot of reading about WB over the weekend. There was a document that got leaked. This information comes from CBR.com, the article by David Glassner. I wanted to give him credit here. It's an interesting article, but basically what Glassman tells us through this is that HBO Max demographic versus Discovery demographic. Mm-hmm. And this is really interesting. HBO Max skews towards a racially diverse demographic, primarily consisting of single people and those who drive fuel-efficient hybrid vehicles. See, this is very specific.
That is okay. So you had me until we got to the vehicle part.
Yeah. These users are also more actively use social media, primarily TikTok and Instagram. Okay. Conversely, the social media typically used by Discovery Plus viewers are Facebook and Twitter. If they're using social media at all, this data is corroborated by statistics showing that Discovery Plus viewers are primarily empty nesters or grandparents. Meanwhile, the typical HBO Max viewer does not have children.
So I don't know how you can get all this information.
It's somewhat interesting because legally I am single, right? Mm-hmm. I do not drive a hybrid vehicle.
No.
And I do use social media, but I don't use TikTok or Instagram.
Yes.
While I do watch Discovery Plus, I am not an empty nester.
Or
and
a parent or...
and I do use Twitter.
Yeah.
And HBO Max viewers don't have children. So it's like, these don't fully identify who I am.
Yeah, these don't...
And I watch both of them.
The thing is, there's so many like different variables in here that it seems impossible to truly make a Venn diagram out of this. Like, watching... like being an empty nester and using different social media sites and using different car models barely seems related in the first place, let alone based on what fucking streaming service you use. like I can guarantee there's a racially diverse person who uses TikTok but not Instagram, but does use Facebook but not Twitter, who doesn't have a hybrid car but is an empty nester. Like, there's so many variables in here that all this seems completely derivative. Like,
yeah.
Like, it feels like someone, like, you know, there's like surveys that pop up on like YouTube sometimes. It's like, which one would you be interested in? And half the time you like pick one answer but not all of them.
Yep.
Or you just skip it entirely. It feels like that. And
yeah, I want to know how they really figure out some of these things. It's weird because those are the big issue is fusing the two platforms because they can't seem to pick their audience.
I do agree that the general audience, well, that I don't necessarily agree. I think a lot of people watch HBO. There's a reason why Game of Thrones was like the hugest thing ever.
Yeah.
And like, you know, House of the Dragon crashed their services for like an hour because of how many people were watching. I think the thing is, HBO has a huge demographic, but Discovery Plus is much more niche.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But there is a demographic there, clearly.
No, I tend to watch weird things on Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
We've gone through it. While HBO, I'll watch very popular things.
I think the hang-up is not everyone who watches HBO is going to want to watch Discovery, but everyone who watches Discovery will probably want to watch HBO.
I'm fine with the two companies being brought together, this merger, but let's look at the big elephant in the room, right? The empire itself, Disney. Mm-hmm. Disney has three streaming platforms.
Yeah, Disney Plus,
Hulu, and ESPN.
That's also Disney?
Yes.
Wow.
Disney is able to maintain all three of these. And Hulu's for adults, Disney's for everyone, and sports fans get ESPN.
Yeah.
Right? it doesn't fully encompass everything, but they're able to maintain this. Why can't HBO and Discovery just do it like that? Just keep it the way it's been.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because
I don't need... When this first happened, I was excited about the prospect of, hypothetically watching Ghost Adventures and then going back to Batman.
Yeah.
And not leaving a single streaming service.
And then
But now it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, the biggest appeal was just not having to pay for 2 different streaming services, just having to pay for one.
No, but they're just going to up the price of it.
Yeah, it's true. And it's dumb, because, Hulu is, all that Fox stuff that Disney bought.
Yep.
And, random things. And then Disney Plus is, the Disney's core, animations and movies and whatnot. They're originals and stuff.
Yep.
It makes sense. And it would be weird, logging into Disney Plus to watch Solar Opposites or some shit,
You can in certain countries.
Yeah, but, I understand why the mouse who's desperate to keep things kid-friendly, squeaky clean, would want to separate the adult stuff as much as they can.
They have Deadpool and Logan on Disney Plus.
I guess so, yeah.
And Daredevil.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. I'm done with talking about Warner Brothers for right now.
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio will drop on Netflix December 9th.
Ah, the trailer came out and I meant to watch it and I totally forgot.
I saw still images of it and they're creepy. But it's Guillermo.
Creepy, and that's what I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing Pinocchio?
I don't know.
I feel like it was someone cool, but I don't remember.
Timothy Chalamet?
Timothy Oliphant?
No.
I know you're saying the star of Dune. I'm saying the star of Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah. Okay. I figured we'd talk more about Pinocchio next week.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Disney one's dropping next week.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. Maybe that's the one I saw a trailer for.
He looks weird.
Pinocchio? Yes.
Which is weird because he's just a 3D model of the original one they drew.
Yeah.
And the 3D model doesn't move the same way.
He moves more like a puppet. That's the thing. So here's the thing. Watching original Pinocchio, he is very cute. He moves like the dwarves do from Snow White,
Yep. That's how he walks.
But the funny thing is, real puppets don't move like that. And so when you see them actually moving with their clippity-cloppity like feet doing their high knees and their arms are stuck in weird positions, all that cuteness tends to go away.
Mm-hmm. And then another news from Netflix. Resident Evil got canceled.
Oh, what a surprise.
How?
Wow. What a shame.
Oh no.
Man.
So I was reading some comments from other people, and it was pretty funny. I think one of them was definitely your idea, and other people are saying the same thing, where they're like, this show would have done better if you just didn't call it Resident Evil.
Yeah, honestly.
And then just other people are like, why would you veer so far away from the source material?
I think, why... oh my god. Here's the thing. Moviegoers and movie companies keep being like, we did a video game movie and it failed spectacularly. Video game movies are just cursed. And everyone has been telling you guys since the dawn of time, no, you just aren't adapting the story from the video game.
Yeah.
It's so far removed. Just because look, there's a liquor. Are you fucking happy? No. That's...
Yeah. Resident Evil was horrible. Couldn't even finish it.
Nah.
I don't even plan on going back to it.
Remember how that one sister, when she was a kid, she was of Asian descent? No, she was of Latina descent, and then when she was an adult, she was of Asian descent?
Yeah.
Yeah, great casting.
Yeah.
10 out of
Horrible
10.
casting. Okay. So now it's the MCU time. When you're looking up comic book stuff, you tend to run into a lot of stuff.
Strap in, everyone.
Well, everyone was excited for Reed Richards to be played by John Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness, right?
Hell yeah.
There are new rumors going around that there's an actor called Penn Badgley I looked him up. I don't know him, but he does look like Reed Richards.
But I am incredibly filled with salt because that was my pick.
And
That was my pick.
Penn apparently is in heavy talks with Marvel. So
Yeah.
that means things are getting serious. They're talking about time restraints and money.
Damn.
Which is weird. Why did you bother to get John Krasinski? Everyone wanted him to play him. And then just... He's not in the movie that long.
Was he too expensive? You have to pay him by the word. They got real big steal out of Black Bolt that way. Pay him by the word.
Yeah, so I found that to be a bummer. Again, these are just rumors, so we don't know if this is true or not.
It might not be Reed Richards. It might be some other character, for all we know.
Maybe.
There's a lot of Marvel characters.
No, I saw this morning the Twitter for Wong.
Yeah?
And I don't know if it's a fan Twitter or if it's part of Marvel.
Uh-huh.
But Wong was saying that breaking news, he'll be playing as Reed Richards. No, what was it? Now, Benedict Wong will replace the Reed Richards character and had a picture of Wong with a Fantastic Four shirt on.
Nice.
It was funny.
Cute.
As I was looking up some stuff, I found this also very interesting. Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, writers for Hollywood, wrote all 3 Captain America films and the last 2 Avengers, Infinity War and Endgame. I found this interesting because of the story arc of Cap himself.
Yeah.
His overall general arc. And it makes sense why his works out so well. Mm-hmm. It was written by the same people every time.
Mm-hmm. And the only time I can think of Captain America not being... his cameos from the first Spider-Man, No Way Home. Like, he's doing those, promotional video things, I guess. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only time I can think of him.
Well, he was supposed to be cheesy.
Yeah, that was the point.
That's Homecoming.
Yeah. Oh, it was Homecoming.
Yeah.
They're all the same.
It makes sense. And, Tony, right, who also kind of follows a similar arc to him, mm-hmm. right? I would consider them brothers, weirdly enough. But...
Yes.
He was written... The first movie, second movie, and third movie were written by 3 different people.
And you can kind of tell.
Mm-hmm.
Because they this always happens with multiple writers, is whenever they get their hands on a character, they tend to just reset and redo the same story arcs.
Mm-hmm.
Tony needs to learn to not be such an arrogant prick, and he learns to be not such an arrogant prick. And then the start of the next one, Tony's back to being an arrogant prick, and he needs to learn not to be such an arrogant prick. And it's just the same things. And the only time we really got to see Tony's development was with the movies where he was next to Captain America, mm-hmm. I'd say.
And then, yeah, like you said, Captain America 3, Iron Man 4 also, mm-hmm, right? Mm-hmm. That's when these 2 guys took over Tony's character, and they were able to finish him off nicely.
Yeah. What a surprise. When you have, the same team working on an overarching story, they tend to pull it off. Usually. It doesn't always happen that way.
Well, when you start creating, and look at large franchises like Star Wars and Jurassic Park.
Yep.
With the Jurassic World franchise. When you start having different teams building different movies, they feel very different.
They do.
Episode 7 doesn't feel like Episode 8.
Nope.
Jurassic Park 3 is a calamity compared to what Spielberg made.
Mm-hmm. It's even just even technically successful movies like the Harry Potter universe. Yeah,
there you go. There's another franchise using different. Prisoner of Azkaban has a totally different production quality than all the others.
Yeah, if you put Sorcerer's Stone right next to fucking Half-Blood Prince,
mm-hmm.
it night and day. Completely different. And it's not just because it's a few years later. It's just everything about the tone, the direction of the characters, the direction color in general, color correction, everything.
Well, you're also dealing with David Yates, so...
I hate that guy.
But then if you look at the Sorcerer's Stone versus Chamber of Secrets, right? Both directed and created by the same team.
Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, Chris Columbus.
Yep.
Not to be confused with the horrible salesman.
Yeah, the better Chris Columbus. It's a good one.
So I found that really interesting, and it just explained more to me and made me really enjoy the fact that Cap was well written. Because I'm Team Cap.
I was always on Tony's team.
Yeah. I found this out. It was another fun fact. Scott Derrickson, who's usually a horror director, and Ethan Hawke, famous actor, they often team up and do films together.
Yeah, didn't they just do The Black Phone?
Yep, and they just did The Black Phone, which did pretty good.
They did. What was that one?
Sinister?
God.
That one's pretty scary.
That one's creepy. Great soundtrack.
I love the found footage stuff.
Amazing.
The lawnmower scene is just so good.
Legitimately nerve-wracking. You never see anything. Like, it's not like gory. It's not like Saw. But it's, it gives those,
you do
like,
see the demons moving around.
Yeah, but there's no, like during that lawnmower scene, you don't see what happens when the lawnmower meets the victims.
Yep. So, I was like, hold on. These two people have shown up in the MCU. Scott Derrickson directed Doctor Strange 1. He was attached to do 2, but had a disagreement and left. And Ethan Hawke played the villain, Harlow?
Yeah. In Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yay, Moon Knight.
Woo.
That one just keeps coming back to haunt me.
It's the beginning of the downfall for Marvel.
And I was like, hold on. If Scott Derrickson directed Doctor Strange, why wasn't Ethan Hawke in it? Why does he show up in this random other project?
Yeah.
And I was totally right. It was just interesting that I had this thought. And yes, at one point, Ethan Hawke was supposed to be part of Doctor Strange. Scott Derrickson wanted Ethan Hawke to play Doctor Strange. And Ethan has also expressed that Doctor Strange is one of his favorite characters.
Nice.
These two are best friends. They work well together. So why wouldn't they do this?
What's the answer?
Hollywood gets in the way. So
It's real fucked up, honestly.
basically, Ethan Hawke would be the third option. And their other two options were Benedict Cumberbatch and Joaquin Phoenix.
Which, it would have been weird with Joaquin.
Yes, Joaquin Phoenix, who plays Arthur Fleck in The Joker. The reason why it didn't go to Ethan was because his name wouldn't sell as many tickets as if Joaquin Phoenix was starring or Benedict Cumberbatch. That is the ultimate reason why he didn't get the role.
It's all a fucked up popularity game. Oh, you're not popular enough to be the superhero. But if I was the superhero, I would get popular enough to be the superhero. It's like fucking Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
we need to get Def Leppard, but we were gonna...
No. Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, we need to get Eddie Van Halen to get popular. But if we were popular enough to get Eddie Van Halen, we wouldn't need Eddie Van Halen.
No. We need to get popular enough to get Eddie Van Halen, but we need Eddie Van Halen to get that popular. That's the conundrum, and I bring that one up because I like to point out that it's, if you think about it, you're not going to get good without him, but you're with him. How are you going to do this? You're not going to, right?
It's funny because I have consistently viewed Marvel and the actors working at Marvel as the saving grace for old has-beens. Like, a lot of these people who, before he was Thor, or before he was Captain America, before he was Iron Man, their careers were going nowhere fast.
Yeah.
Like, they were popular, sure. They had good movies, but they weren't doing anything, really.
Have you noticed that Chris Evans and Robert Downey, they've been doing things? Robert's been more of a producer, right? And Chris has been showing up in weird roles here and there.
Yeah.
But they're not as successful as they were when they were the superheroes.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
So, which is funny that when they're playing their characters, hugely popular, before and after, they don't really do too much.
And it's the saddest thing because I already saw this coming because that's exactly what happened with like Daniel Radcliffe and the other Harry Potter actors and stuff.
They're just tired of it. They grew up around this crap.
Exactly. Well, like fucking Ron's actor, I don't remember his name, Rupert Grint. He doesn't even act anymore.
No.
He doesn't do that. And
He's just a Family Guy now, isn't he?
Daniel's been doing things. Malfoy, Draco. I don't remember his name either. They're doing things, but it's never like as huge as when they were Draco and Harry. You know?
Yep. Kind of fun and interesting to look at. Back to Doctor Strange and why. Oh, we already explained that. Mm-hmm. But one last fun fact about it.
Yeah.
The role was given to Joaquin Phoenix. And Joaquin turned that down, and that's why we have Benedict Cumberbatch. So there you go. I just found all that really interesting about the MCU and just looking at how Hollywood works with it.
Because they present it like, oh yeah, it was always meant to be this way. Of course, Benedict Cumberbatch was our one and only pick. It wouldn't have worked without him. And then you actually like find out the information. It's like, no, it's never that easy.
No. Yeah, I found that very interesting. Next up, She-Hulk episode 2.
It was better.
Way better.
It was. It's not, I don't know. It's still not great, but it was better.
Comedic timing is off.
I saw a great tweet from Super Surge, who I tweet to a lot on Twitter if you follow me there. Surge was just like, I don't understand people, like, you saw the trailers for She-Hulk. It's not like someone's putting a gun to your head. You knew you were walking into mediocrity.
I was just thinking about a scene where she's She-Hulk in the bar because they're celebrating her. And then this guy comes up to her, more corporate kind of guy. Mm-hmm. He's like, I need to have a talk with the actual you and not the Hulk.
Yeah.
And because she's been drinking, she shrinks back to her normal self, right? Mm-hmm. She falls over. She goes, different metabolisms.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a funny joke, but how are kids supposed to get that one?
Is this for kids?
I don't think so.
Like, what is the age group for this one? Also...
Which is weird because Miss Marvel was for kids.
Yes. But
There's not much violence in that one.
That's kind of the crippling factor of Marvel. It's just like, how do you put things like Miss Marvel next to fucking, Captain America, First Avenger, or any, like, the tone can shift so wildly from one thing to the next. I Am Groot, the miniseries for babies, versus Endgame,
Yeah. Yeah.
I get the feeling She-Hulk could be funny, but yeah. I don't think the director knows how to direct for comedy.
Is it a single director?
I don't know.
I think it's multiple.
No, yeah, I think the first two have been different directors.
There were two cool things that happened that... Hulk was on an alien ship, which was the same ship that they hit with their car in the first one. I
do think it's funny when, like, characters in the background are going on, like, crazy adventures and we're watching some other person just doing their own thing. Mm-hmm. I do think that's fun.
I'm curious where the Hulk will show up again and what he's off to. Mm-hmm. And then when she was looking for a new job, there was a small article saying man with metal claws starts a bar fight.
Yeah.
Which you can surmise is Sabretooth.
It's everyone's favorite character, Cyclops.
Leave Scott alone. Yeah, Wolverine.
Fuck yes. It's the craziest thing. Marvel knows everyone is sitting here just waiting for the X-Men.
And the Fantastic Four.
And they're like, oh yeah, we'll get this to you. How about it 2024? Does that sound good? Just wait. Maybe you'll still be hyped by the time it finally rolls up.
Yeah. And there wasn't much gaming news. There was a convention, but they showed off games that we already knew were coming.
Yeah, everything that we knew was coming out it's like, yeah. Cult of the Lamb came out this week.
Oh, really? What is that?
No, that was last week. Remember, because I tried to tell you what a roguelike was, and I couldn't figure out how to describe it to you.
I need coffee.
I do too. Splatoon 3 came out this week.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
God.
They had their Splatfest. I don't know.
Hold on, I can't pay rent. I gotta get Splatoon.
I don't know who won, but I know Scissors lost the Splatfest.
Okay.
It was rock, paper, scissors. I know, a thrilling beginning to Splatfest.
I don't even know if I should even bring up this point, but I enjoyed the games Mafia. 1 and 2 were really good. 3 was incomplete when it was released.
Yeah, when was that? 2015?
2016?
Yeah.
Winter of 2016?
I just remember that was when I was like falling off of Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
Because they were playing it, and I was just, every time I saw a thumbnail with that on there, and I was so bored. I was like, no, I'm not going to watch this shit.
Apparently they're working on Mafia 4. Where are they getting the money?
And like, but why? Who's scrambling for this?
Exactly. I don't know. The Callisto Protocol looks amazing. Mm-hmm. But that's just, I love horror survival games. Upcoming this week, there are no good movies.
No.
Nothing popular.
Nothing...
There are movies, but nothing we would care about. Rick and Morty Season 6. Maybe it's this Sunday.
I'll be honest, I've kind of lost interest in Rick and Morty.
I'll watch it, but yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it got popular for being like, oh, it's, it's goofy and dumb, but then it's secretly edgy and super thought-provoking. And I feel like they use that as a crutch now, and they're trying too hard. Mm-hmm. And I've lost interest.
Yeah.
I don't think this was a story that was intended to be stretched out this long.
And then Amazon's dropping The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. I don't need to talk much about that. You've seen the advertisements everywhere.
We'll watch it. God, we haven't even seen
House of Dragon.
I know.
And here's the funny thing. House of Dragon's going on right now. Mm-hmm. She-Hulk's going on.
Yep.
Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. And Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
That's 4 very popular shows. I put She-Hulk in there because of the MCU connection.
And people will be watching
it. Yeah, they'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, I mean...
No one wants to compete with any of those, even just, like, company-wise.
Well, next week, Disney has Disney Plus Day.
Yeah, which looks really stupid.
Well, they do this every year.
But...
Their big grand release of everything.
The only thing they've used to advertise it is, like, Cars. Like a Cars cartoon?
Yeah, Thor and Pinocchio.
I guess.
But they're going to drop that on a Thursday, the September 8th.
Oh, yeah.
And this is when the NFL official season kicks off.
God.
So it's like,
That's going
to be interesting.
Hey, kids, stop watching your stupid Disney Channel. Dad's home and wants to watch his football.
That's what I'm imagining would happen.
It's like...
But then Friday night...
I don't know.
This is the weird thing. This is how football works with television, and if you're a big football fan, is technically Friday night is high school football.
Yeah.
Right? So if you have a kid that's in high school, right, you're probably playing football, you're going to watch that. You're going to be at their game, right? Mm-hmm. Saturday is college football, so you're going to watch those college football games. And then Sunday is... NFL. Yeah. Monday is NFL. Thursday is NFL. So NFL bookends all of that. It's all football for 5 days straight.
Could have been Tuesday or Wednesday. Honestly, I feel like the best day for a Disney Plus day would have been Saturday. Just because...
or Wednesday. I mean, Wednesday used to be their drop days.
Because I'm thinking specifically, like, kids don't have to go to school on Saturday. And they're going to be the target audience for this, I believe.
Yeah.
At least the ones who's going to be sitting there binging cartoons all day. So.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Love and Thunder. I'm kind of pissed that they held it off this long. It was supposed to come out a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And because of Disney Plus Day, they've pushed it.
Yep. Just for it. And we have Pokemon news.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Okay.
Is it the leaks? Are there leaks?
So there's leaks, but I don't know if we can confirm this. I don't want to hand out this website because it's kind of iffy. But the article that talks about the website and gives you a link to it is on GamerRant or GameRant. So apparently they found all the Pokédex for Gen 9.
I don't believe that.
Here's what the leaks say. There are 109 new Pokemon. Right?
Okay. Get out of here, Norton Virus Protection.
There is a total of 80 new Pokemon, 4 regional fakes. I'm not too sure what that is.
Is that
5 cross-gen evolutions, and 14 paradox forms, 7 ancient and 7 future.
paradox forms? What is that? What is that?
Well, I'm assuming because there's an ancient Pokemon Scarlet and then Violet is future, right?
Okay.
There are forms that would change in between the futures.
Huh.
And 2 potentially limited for DLC.
I don't know about that.
The 5 cross-gen evolutions. We haven't seen that in a while. They're basically saying,
Yeah. Like how, Magmar was Kanto, and then Magmortar was
Yes.
introduced in Sinnoh.
I was trying to remember that.
I really love cross-gen evolutions, and you're right. Other than regional variances, there hasn't been. And if that's true, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all down for that. Especially if one of them is going to be an Eevee.
So I looked at it, and not a single one was Eevee. They're saying, yeah, I know. One of them was, what's Mankey evolve into?
Oh, Primeape?
Yeah, Primate will have a 3rd evolution. Oh, Diglett will be a water type now.
Okay.
Tentacool will have a grass instead of water. Grass and ground.
Another Diglett, though?
Pawniard, Bisharp, and then there will be a 3rd evolution.
That looks fake to me.
See, no, these actually look real.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of Fakemon. That's something I love to do. I like to just look through fan art, and so often people's fan art will, convince people, even that Pineapple Oddish that we saw, that I wish with all my heart was real, but they had to announce that it wasn't. Yeah, a lot of fan art just looks really, really good.
Oh, here's your paradox forms. Amoonguss, Jigglypuff, Misdreavus, Volcarona, Salamence, Dolphant, Magneton, and Suicune, which might potentially be DLC. Then your other ones are Delibird, Gallade, Hariyama, Volcarona, Tyranitar, Dolphant again, Hydreigon, and Verizon.
I don't know. If this is all true, that's interesting, but I'm going to be healthily skeptical of this. I don't tend to trust, because I've had that happen to me, where I, fell hard for the leaks and the rumors, especially when, the rumors about the Switch, because there was rumors up, years before, and I was all into it and stuff, and then they announced it, and it was absolutely nothing like the actual rumors. So I'm gonna just wait until we get any kind of official announcements.
Yeah,
Hold on to that list. It's been immortalized here. So I guess when we get the official answers, we can go back and compare to see how close this was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll figure out a way to capture it. Did you see how iffy that website was?
Yes.
Yeah, so be very careful. I did it on my phone because I doubt they're going to be able to hack it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to put it on my Mac.
God, no.
Yeah, I'm a little scared of that one.
Uh-huh.
Then,
That's another reason why I wait for the official stuff. I'm not gonna fucking go adventuring through some sketch-ass website. I got virus protection on my computer, but I've had computers just brick themselves before.
you can hear me clicking away because I forgot one thing.
Oh,
Yeah, box office trolls.
it's the box office trolls. Woohoo! Yeah, sorry, it's been a week. We're getting sick.
So, this was a weird week. Last week I thought was even stranger because Dragon Ball Superheroes did so good. This week the Invitation just won.
No.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1?
Yep.
What? How?
They had nothing else to fight.
I get, but number 1. You told me it made it onto the box office, but
Yeah. 6.8 million. It had nothing to fight.
yeah, that's true. Nothing's happening. I'm really curious what's the box office going to look like next week then, because we're at that time where no new movies are happening.
For a bit.
Yeah.
Bullet Train is number 2.
Yup.
So it went up at 5.6 million. Beast. God, I heard this one was horrible.
I imagine. It just looks like land Jaws.
Apparently it's really unbelievable. And I've had the movie spoiled for me, and I can't believe how this works.
It's just the basic understanding of that's not how lions work. That's not how lions do things.
Yeah. Well, it happened. Number 4, sticking to number 4, is still Top Gun.
Wow. I saw this was streaming, or is gonna start streaming soon.
You can pre-order it too.
Wow.
And people are still going to the theaters to watch it.
It's the Everything Everywhere All at Once syndrome again.
Yeah, but this one made a lot of money.
Yes.
Number 5 is Dragon Ball Superhero.
Nice. Down a lot from last week, but that's because everyone who wanted to see it did see it.
Yep. DC League of Super Pets, it's number 6.
I'm amazed it's still...
Yeah, your predictions were wrong. That thing's falling apart.
Yeah. I'm honestly amazed
it's made a total of 74 million in the Northern Americas.
I wonder... Is that... Because I wonder how much they spent on it. Because I don't know if 74 million would break even. It might.
Well, you also have to add in, like, did it go overseas? Because if you look at the overseas box office... Okay, example, Maverick. Right now, as of last weekend... I just thought about the dumb thing I just said. Right now, as of last weekend. Sorry. Maverick, as of last weekend, made 691 million in the North Americas.
Yeah.
When you add in the numbers from overseas, right? It's over $1 billion.
Yes. Overseas tend to be where most of the money comes from with these things.
It's also why Hollywood has had a major shift in the way they make films and what they add to them. Having gay characters is a big issue because China does not like that.
Yes.
So in order to make your millions with China, you have to...
edit around it or make it a way so you could edit it out.
And China's the one who throws the big fits about a single kiss. They won't allow that, which is just nuts. Number 7, 3,000 Years of Longing. This also came out, but it didn't do as good as The Invitation. I can't imagine why a lot of kids would want to watch it.
I can't even remember what this is.
This one stars Idris Elba and I think the White Witch of Narnia.
Oh, right.
But he's basically a djinn.
Yeah, this looks like a weird, like, fantasy-themed romance.
It's basically...
Idris Elba's doing a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. Adult Aladdin
yeah.
kind of thing going on
Basically, someone's fan fiction of their OC X the Genie became an actual film.
Yeah. Number 8, Minions Rise of Gru, which is coming out soon. 9, Thor Love and Thunder somehow.
Damn.
And then 10, Where the Crawdads Sing.
Where the Crawdads Sing has been hovering at number 10.
Apparently it's a popular book.
Oh, that would explain it.
And that's what it's adapted off of.
Okay, that makes sense. I've never heard of it.
Disney did re-release Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That came in 17th with only $1 million in profit.
Ugh. Disney doesn't seem to know what they're doing with Star Wars.
What they did with that is they just put a new footage trailer of Andor in the front of it.
Oh, really?
And that's why people went to go see it again.
That's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. But you got any thoughts or opinions?
No, not really. It's just interesting seeing. I'm excited to see how things are gonna shift when there's nothing really breaking up the top 10 like how it is right now.
Yep.
Just seeing where things are rearranging themselves.
Yep.
Like what's sticking around and whatnot.
The only thing we're gonna see change in this box office it's probably smaller numbers.
Like,
Less people going.
Like, even now, everything except for The Invitation and 1,000 Years of Longing, the two that came out this week, everything went down. Everything's in the negative.
Yeah.
So, fucking gotta wait for that next big upset to happen.
Yeah, you're not gonna see new movies until October?
Yep, getting ready for, like, the Christmas, Thanksgiving. A lot of Thanksgiving happens for movies.
Thanksgiving weekend is big for movies.
Mm-hmm.
There should be a Disney film at that point. And Christmas is another big drop day.
Yeah, but I can't think of, I guess, Pinocchio, like we said, but I don't know what else could be happening. I don't remember anything
I'm
else.
pretty sure the Disney movie for Thanksgiving is Wakanda Forever.
Oh, right. That's another thing. Trailers aren't, like, releasing until, like, a month out anymore.
Well, movies are coming out so fast.
That's another thing. I remember as a kid, like, I went to the movie theaters and I watched the first Pokemon movie. And then, like, it felt like a year and a half later, I finally saw it releasing on VHS.
Yes, they used to take forever.
And it was like, holy crap. And now it's like, you would go watch a movie, and maybe 2 months later, it's streaming and you can get it on DVD.
The rule of thumb there is 45 days.
Yeah.
Thor's past its 45 days, by the way, Disney. But, yeah, and Top Gun Maverick is past its 45 days. It's 14 weeks in the box office.
But it's still like a top 5 of box office.
Yeah, it's still dominating. It only lost 7 theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a weird week. Not much happened.
A nice, chill, relaxed coffee break.
Yep.
We actually drank coffee on it. I want more.
I do too.
Because then I brewed more.
Yay.
Yay.
Maybe the warm coffee will help.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Clear out some of those sinuses and stuff in your throat.
I walked outside earlier.
Yeah?
It is so nice outside.
Really?
Oh,
Nice.
I was like, this is autumn already.
Yes. I'm ready for it.
I'm feeling it in the wind. It's almost time.
You can already see, like, the tops of the trees are starting to get, like, a little bit
Yeah,
brown.
I saw they were turning brown the other day.
Yes.
I think it was Saturday when I came home. And I was just like,
It's happening. I love it.
Also, did you notice our Saturday? This was cool. The morning, it was nice outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the afternoon, it got sunny and really hot.
Oh, my God.
And then after it got really hot, it just became cloudy and cooled right back down.
Yeah. It was...
And we just went right into the night.
I don't remember what it was. It was Sunday or something. But it was unbearable. In midday, it's still painfully hot. But the rest of the time, lovely. It's just once it reaches like 10 to 1, like those hours, it's like, I'm going to die. And then everything else is like, this is the best.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys are doing good. Don't get sick like me. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure I don't have the big baddie.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just that gross flu that's been floating around your workspace.
Yeah, it attacked my nasal cavity. Destroyed it.
I'm excited for me to get it because we live in close proximity.
Yeah. But you work at home, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't get sick days. That's the one downside of being a YouTuber, is that there is no excuse.
Yep. So, okay, that was coffee break.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it's late.
Yeah, we'll have it back to our regular schedule next week, hopefully.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.